Oops. It's not like I didn't have enough time, was it? Right, let's just get this nonsense out of the way. Hello, are you? Let me see if I can get the old light working again. Rub it 3 times. It's like a lantern. Turn it down again. Turn it off again. You know the one. Come on. You can do it. Yeah, oh yeah. Come on, mate. Come on. You know I sent you those private pics. You know I can't share that kind of stuff in public. You paid your money. You got your stuff. Moslab, I'm yet to see any photographs from you, my friend. I'll just have a little check. I thought we were going to get some kind of flock of seagulls. Would appear to be nothing there. Yes, I wonder on the off chance it's in that account. Yeah. Not a problem, mate. In fairness, if I had a flock of seagulls, I wouldn't be sharing it. Right, got a few things to talk about today. A few things to show you. Got some information to give you. Oh, nice one, YouTube. It says I've got 1 person watching. Nice. Oh, look at that. Hang on a minute. Before the grift is even on. Nice one, Alan. Appreciated. Thank you, man. No, just no. All right. Just no with that one. All right there, Priata. Nice one. Oh. That's going to really go down well. That is. That's going to, that isn't going to affect my already untarnished reputation. No problem. Let me get the old Twitch sorted out. Oh, every time. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you. We'll get some more people turn up, I'm sure. Although I have been noticing very small numbers on everyone. We'll have 200 here, I'm sure, in about 20 minutes. But, hello, Ragnar. Hello, Tech Roach. Over there, keeping the old Twitch fire, the Twitch fires burning. Oh, guess what? Me and the missus have had a video get 1.5 million views. I'm telling you, man, TikTok's the place to be. 1.5 million views. I mean, we're looking at it for business. But while I was looking at it for business, I thought this might be a place for dissident material. You know, why not? If you can get like 1.5 million people having a little dance, why can't you put dissident material on there? You know, your little whatever it is, 14 seconds video or whatever. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a croak on. The Truth Will Set You Free says, yeah, but those views mean pretty much nothing. Thanks. Well, they do actually, because I've got a friend who's in the same business as me, and what he reported from his video that got 500,000 is incredible conversion. So I can understand. I'm probably not so aware how many bots, etc., are going on there, but he's made actual real money from it, and that will tend to convince me. That will usually do it. So I reckon, and there's plenty of other people in business doing stuff on there, and successful and large companies as well. So if they're getting something out of it, you tend to think they wouldn't do it for no reason. I thought we had a video, but we bloody haven't. Right, that's Twitch sorted out. Let's get the grift sorted out. And then we're on. I have got a bit of a sore throat. I finished that stream this morning. It's been all right today. It's been all right. I'd done a day's graph. Finished that. This is 5 minutes late. Finished it about 10 minutes ago. had enough time to have a cup of tea and a quick whiz. Like I've ever used that word before. Just had a quick whiz. You're right, John. Now I'm whizzing my tits off. And here we are. Feels like we never let go. Feels like we never let go. Alan. All right. We can do it. Help us out and see if we can get above minimum wage for this week. All right, there. You can support this channel using the super chat, which is the $1 just down there, or Entropy link in the description. Bosh. If you need the Entropy link later, just ask me and I'll share it with you. No problem. All right, Killing Angels. Nice to see you. Hello, Confused One. Bertie, Steve, Bunny Shonis, Buster Brook. They're all in. Hello, John. Now, is Howard here? Mr. Rage, identify yourself. Even if you're lurking, Mr. Rage, I've got something for you. Oi, Rage, I got something for you. Something. That's so the accent of my hometown. I got something for you. It would appear Mr. Rage isn't here. If you see Howard Rage turn up, tell him to doff his cap in my direction. Hello, John Connor. You all right, son? Grego. The creepy communist Volsh is trying hard to move on TikTok for numbers. I'll tell you what, for all his faults, I actually find Roosh. Oh, I thought you meant Roosh. Imagine I got that one wrong. Imagine I went, well, I find Volsh actually. Yeah, he's got some really weird problems, that bloke Volsh. What an unpleasant person. You know, just utterly dislikable. Is it? You know, it's weird in life, isn't it? I know that I turn some people off all my life. Yes, that's what I meant. Nicholas Rage. All my life, I've had people that just have taken a disliking to me. I think a fair amount of people have that, actually. I think I'm a bit mouthy, and I get that, and I understand that there's you gain a bit, you lose a bit. But that Volsh, what an unpleasant thing. You can, every time I see him in a debate, I watch it like almost through psychoanalytic eyes. Like, who are you trying to impress? Who is to you? Shouldn't you be having this conversation with, I'm guessing, your father? It doesn't seem like a mother thing. It feels like a father thing. There's something, in psychoanalytic discourse, there's a beautiful word, and it's not just a word, it has a meaning, called overdetermination. And it describes when a behavior or anything, a behavior, something you say, something you do, anything, behavior, there's no need to make it more complicated than that. When a behavior is overdetermined, in as much as, although you might have a certain amount of conscious control over what you're doing, how you speak, how you hold yourself, how you present yourself, your behavior's overdetermined. So it's not determined exclusively from conscious things. It's overdetermined by unconscious things, usually unconscious traumas, unconscious fantasies, things that you're not really aware of. And when I see that, Volsh, I just think, you'd be great in the psychoanalytic theory for overdetermination, because it's not really a try hard. It doesn't actually matter how it manifests itself. It's just, you don't get the impression when you see him that this is about truth. It's all a pissing contest for him. It's all a vulture droid. I think danger means he's a tosser. Yeah. But it is a pissing contest, which for adults makes you lose the pissing contest, because adults shouldn't contest their pissing, basically. Look out for overdetermined people. it infiltrates every part of their life, all their behaviors, because it's desperate to get out. It's fueled by energy. It's fueled by unresolved tensions. And that's why I think probably the father, because you don't tend to have unresolved tensions with the mother. You have unresolved other fancies. Shell, that doesn't mean what you think it means. It's a little bit more than that. Shell Bobs. Hi, Chris and Scrubbage. Hope you've had a good Christmas. Chris, can you please thank Dr. Jimmy for my kitchen after I totally fooked up? Dr. Jimmy, you cheeky little Jim Bob. Shell wants to thank you very much for the kitchen after she totally fucked up. Thank you, Shell. Much appreciated. And I'm glad the old boy sorted it out, whatever it were. So keep an eye out for Nicholas Rage. Oliver Oliverson says, do you ever give counselling sessions? What do you think's happening here, mate? You're in one. You're the only analyzando. Everyone else here is just a fantasy to you. There's no such thing as the real world. You're now in your dream. It's only me and you here. I'm not joking. All these people, all the House of Scrubs are just figures from your past. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Hello, Mark McCoy. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. I am a bit shattered. And not only am I I have promised myself 1 hour, at least 1 hour of yoga after this. Tech Roach says, what is a pissing contest? It's a phrase used to suggest that what's going on is very basic male competitiveness, because young boys at school used to see who could piss up the latrine the highest. I certainly did. I remember everyone did it. Hello, Graham. You're all right, mate. We haven't started on you yet, though. You're a figure of Oliver's fantasy. I can't sort you out until Oliver's done. Well, get through us all. John Francis is still beating that drum. Leave it out, mate. I've got a little bit of colour in my old shackers. But thank you, Graham Childs. Mousecat is the Tin Man. There you go. Flammadiddler is quite glad about the whole thing and is just outright suggested he's named it. I'm the unresolved psyche of Oliver. You called it. You called it and it's yours. Nice one. Right, now where were IR1 is pissing contest. Well, in many ways, it's quite important that you win a couple as a young boy, because, is there an equivalent? Is there a female equivalent of a pissing contest? No, that's why they're forever bitches. Come on. Hey, whoa. I have one of the largest percentages of women, certainly on the right. So can you just appreciate that it's jokes like that keep them here? Oh, yeah, I turned that round at the end, didn't I? Switcheroony. I know that's going to be Holloway. Holloway! But why didn't you get a thingy, Bob? Here you go. Holloway. Thank you, Chris. Very, very kind of you. Jess says, I think it's probably comparing boob size. Yeah, but even that gets a bit, that can go too far, can't it? I remember the girls at my school who had ridiculous melons where the nipples touched the floor when you had sex with them on your mum's bathroom kitchen floor. Oh, balls. Nice to see you, Jess. What else did I have to say? Yeah, I think so, Edward. I think the boob comparing competition. Jesus, we've only been here 16 minutes and we've already got onto that. John says that the thought of Dangerfield in yoga pants is initializing a Venus rising. That's very kind of you to initiating a Phoenix rising. That's excellent, John. In fairness, I either do it in the full nuddy, and that's unpleasant because there is a 0 pointing in all directions. Or I do it in me a pair of pants, a pair of big old man's white cotton pants that they can handle the stretches. But I'm going to tell you why. Because I got on the old blower to an old yoga expert of mine. And I said to him, mate, I said, I can't do the scorpion. I said, I'm fucking gutted, excuse the English. I said, I'm gutted. I can't do the scorpion. I showed you the scorpion yesterday. You balance on your forearms. Yeah, I'll show you again. Don't worry. We can have a little look. God, there's so many things on my Telegram. I'm surprised people aren't signing up more. Oh, well. Hello, little bullet. Here's a question. Hypothetically, if your family heard you're in trouble with the police, what would you assume they'd done? Drugs. Straight away, my mother would think it was heroin related. Immediately. Although she knows it could be anything. She's had enough visits from the police over the years over the most ridiculous things. So I think she'd probably be like, it wouldn't be a nice time for her waiting to find the truth, that's for sure. So people, this is the pose I can no longer do as of yesterday. And I've been doing yoga since I was 23. So, that's more than half my life. And I spoke to this fellow and I said, I've just ticked off another posture, another pose I can't do. And he went to me, he went, how long have you been at this? And I was like, over 20 years now. And he went, right. He said, sounds like you've learned nothing from it, have you? And I was like, well, what do you mean? He said, well, when you started, could you do anything, any postures? I said, well, I could do certain ones like forward bend and that. He said, yeah, but what did you do? You learned, you adjusted, you changed. And I said, yeah. He said, I know 75-year-olds who can do that pose. He said, this isn't about strength. He said, now this is going to get a bit heavy for some of you who will think this is just nonsense, but you're just going to have to trust me because yoga has saved my life. I mean it. I absolutely mean that. I don't think I'd be anywhere near as healthy as I was. I don't think I'd be anywhere near as healthy as I am or anywhere near as mentally healthy as I am without yoga. And I mean that. You haven't got to trust me. You haven't got to believe me. But I'm telling you the truth as I know it. He said, I know 75-year-olds who can do that. And he said to me, so what's going on? What are you projecting onto that posture? And I was like, no. I said, I've got this thing going on in my shoulder. And I said, no, I just haven't got the forearm strength. And he was just like, I'm not having it. And then he asked me, he said, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Named a few others. I was like, yeah. And he said, well, you can do that then. He said, you're just beating yourself up about something. And he said, and I'm guessing that you're being a bit dishonest about something. He said, I'll leave it with you. And I had a long think. And there was a few things where I wasn't being completely honest with myself. With myself. This is key. And I thought I need to have a little think about this. Because I don't want things in here. I don't want things in here to make my body break down sooner than it needs to. Because it's that simple. We are psychosomatic creatures. Psycho brain, somatic body, soma body. And I don't want to unnecessarily have all that damage. And I had a little think, and I think I know what he was talking about. And about 10 minutes later, I pulled off that pose. And I could not do that yesterday. I could not get into that position. And I've not enough strength in my forearms. I've got this shoulder condition, this, that. And that actually, I just resolved something. I resolved something that was niggling away inside. And I needed to, instead of trying to put it somewhere it doesn't belong, I needed to get it resolved. Moslab says, an hard day's physical labour always clears me head. Well, there you go. That's what you do for probably similar reasons. But I decided I'm going to put an hour in after this stream. I've done a day's work. I've done 2 streams. I don't care. All right, we'll be putting an hour of yoga in, because I often, you know, I always do 2 or 3 sessions a week, but there are times when I'm doing it every other day, which is what I want to be doing, because, like I say, it's kept me sane. And I tell you what, there's 173 people here. If I was to do a stream, right, and it wasn't at the usual times, AL Robot, I've done some yoga, keeps the body flexible, stops injuries, good for everybody. I believe it goes well with calisthenics. Calisthenics. I don't know anything about calisthenics, Al, but yeah, exactly. I've never had any of that. You know, people talk about twisting and going, "Oh, I've put my thing out." No, I'm not having any of that. That scares the death out of me, man. I can bend over, my knees straight, and put my elbows on the floor. But listen, if I was Moslab says, do you listen to music? No, I have done, but I find it's off-putting. It's not meant to be for relaxing. It's meant to be about what it is. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily a negative thing to put music on, but I want to be aware of every aspect of my body. When I'm doing poses like that, I don't want music to be, you know, one of the other lovely things about yoga is it's an hour here and there where I'm not engaging with the world. I'm not engaging with culture. I'm not engaging with other people. It's just an hour where I can just be kind to myself and be nice to myself, which I have. I think that's quite a nice thing. But check, we got 170 people here. Hear me out here. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people just writing 2 for the sake of it. But if I was to do a stream maybe on a Sunday afternoon, where I'll change the camera so that it's on my yoga mat, so you'll see me full body, and I'll do half-hour session where it'll probably be about an hour video, but you'll actually be stretching for about 30 minutes. I'm not going to call it yoga because I'm not a qualified yoga teacher anywhere near it. But we could call it a stretching session. And I can make sure that no one gets injured, because if you feel it hurting, we'll keep it nice and basic. Give me a 1 if you'd be at all interested in a 30-minute or an hour simple stretching video. I don't know what time UK. It'll be UK, an half decent. Sarah, incredible. Well, all right, I'll tell you what, there's enough. Harry, that's ridiculous, but understandable. All right, there's enough people there who all right. So, all right, listen, make sure you've got some loose fitting clothes or something stretchy. You know, it doesn't have to be loose fitting. It either has to be loose fitting or stretchy. And you can't do it in a pair of jeans or anything. And we'll do it. And I'll stand over there so you can see my full body. And we'll do some very basic but good stretches. And the good thing about that kind of stretching that comes from Iyengar yoga, and again, this isn't yoga. I'm not pretending to be a yoga teacher. Yeah, can do all that. We'll do the whole body. We'll do the whole body. I mean, every muscle groups you didn't know you had will be, and it will do you the world of good. And afterwards, you'll be like, lovely. I mean, listen, you'll be at home. I won't be able to see you. You can do it in the nud if you want. It really doesn't matter. No one will be able to see you. Okay, nice. That'll be that. All right, I'll bear that in mind, and we'll try and get one of them done. And I reckon that might take on. I reckon that might be something. We won't be doing testicle weights. No, there'll be no peanut stretching. Good Lord, you lot. Cheers. Hello, Tech Roach. But listen, the really good thing about stretching, and I'm serious about this. The really good thing about stretching is you don't have to be able to get your elbows on the floor. You don't have to be able to do a full crab. What you will find you're doing, and it will be nice and simple, what you will find yourself doing is you'll find yourself at the limits of what your body can do. You'll find your own limits. And they might not be as good as someone else, and someone else might not be as good as you. But it doesn't matter, because if you're at your limit, you're stretching it. And when you stretch it, it increases blood flow. Believe me, you know what I think about hippies? We've been here, we've covered this hippie stuff, right? I don't buy any of that bullshit. I'm not here talking about chakras or any of that. No. This is about stretching. Jess, most people do it. Breaks me up. My best mate, he's 1 year older than me, and he can't sit with his bum on the floor, his legs out in front of him, with his back straight. He's like, what? Good Lord. There you go. Oh no, I'm with you. They're an absolute waste of everyone's space. I'm sure we could probably edit together. An hour or so of me letting out the truth about hippies. Dangerfield, can you record it so we can continue? Yeah, it'll be a stream, and I won't delete it because there won't be anything in that can. But if there's a good turnout, I'll do another one the following week, and then we can maybe move on a little bit more and develop what we're doing. But it'll be nice, simple, very simple. It won't be any of that nonsense. There'll be no upside downs or anything like that. We can just, take it easy. John says, I'm already 6'4". How much taller can I get? Leon says, I can't super chat. Have you tried entropy? You give it a go. Come on. Oh, God, hiccups. Bradfordian can't beat the Leica. Leica? Okay. Charlie's missus teaches yoga. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Gammon Sandwich wants to know if a Harris tweed suit. I'm going to say no. I'm no expert, but I'm going to say no. Confused One said, yoga is amazing. The only time I've fallen asleep in a gym. And I'm sure while people think that that's a piss take, I reckon at the end of your yoga session, they got you to do the corpse pose where you just lay down and just have a little sort of 10-minute meditation, and you're not meant to fall asleep, and every fucker does. Everyone does. Andrew says yoga farts stink. Andrew, farts stink, in fairness. I don't know why you're necessarily picking on yoga. Do you remember Naked Yoga? It used to be on telly, didn't it? Who stayed up for that and was not impressed? Oliver wants to know if I can teach him to levitate. No. No is the answer. There you go. I think Ben Mack has nailed it, really. Anything that you can do in your undercrackers, nothing wrong with that, is there? But listen, I ask you to trust me on this. I ask you to trust me. Broken Silence says diet would be a good conversation. Harry's your man. I'm not the man for diet. I am a little bit of everything. That's my diet. You know, I've avoided regulating my eating. Mrs. Me in it, who gave me such a wonderful Christmas. It was bloody lovely, and without whom and a bit of Windy Willow, it wouldn't have happened. And did you get my photo of those lovely cufflinks you bought me? Yeah, worn them out already. I haven't worn them out. I wore them. Oh, it would appear the old banhammer's already smashed itself down. No, it hasn't. Good. I don't think it deserved it. Yeah, I'm a bit like that with food. Dove Power says one of his arms is massive. Yeah, good. Yeah, lovely. Thank you for the cufflinks. They're lovely. We're just getting the bracelet. Listen, people, the handmade Christmas crackers, Mrs. Me in it sorted out. Pulled one. And hats, and we wore the hats and everything, like, you know, the king's bits on them. One of them had a pair of cufflinks in that I've already worn. Beautiful they are. And the other one had like a gold bracelet. We're just having it adjusted because it's a bit big for my girlfriend's wrist. It was very, very nice. Bunny Shonis Music said, TV's Lillian Yoga and You, circa 75, got this young boy excited. Good Lord. Flammadiddler says it's called Razzle Arm Syndrome. Priata says, return the jazz mags to the hedge where they come from, of course. Yeah, that would be the word I was. That would be the word I was looking for. Oh, speaking of which, hello, Windy. Bradfordian has made a very good observation. He said, I wear Leica when I'm out on the bike. Yes, it's me you hate. You know what, Jared? It was lovely. It was lovely. Brandy soaked homemade Christmas pudding, a jar of brandy to get it flaming, a bag of biscuits, some honey, handmade crackers with those lovely gifts in, Stollen and Christmas cake, and another bag of biscuits from Windy Willow. Without those two, we had no Christmas. It's that simple. Is Howard... is Nicholas Rage here? We've already been through this one, haven't we? Is it Howard Rage? Nicholas Rage, isn't it? Well, look, Nicholas, if you're lurking, I was contacted today by someone who went through pretty much what you said you went through. And he's happy to exchange emails. I'll do that for you if you wanted to talk to him. Yeah, it's Nicholas, isn't it? Nicholas Rage after Nicolas Cage. All right, well, maybe he'll turn up in the morning. I was thinking that. The truth is I was thinking that, which is all right. You know, that's where he is at the moment. Get out the old Pocari Sweat. So listen, I had a crash helmet stolen. I had to buy another one. Did I already show you what I bought? For my scooter, I went for this full... Oh, but we've already been through this, haven't we? And everyone said you look like Stig. Yeah. But I'll tell you what. Yeah, Tech Roach, they are. I had a couple of meetings today and it was yapping. But I've just sparked open the old Pocari Sweat. There you go. I've got to get back to this. I've been talking quite calmly recently. I've got to. Yeah, yes, Andrew. That's who I thought it was. A bit like that. Ragnar, we will be doing them. Oh, good Lord. Let's just get New Year's Eve out of the way and let me get back into my normal rhythm, because work's all over the shop at the moment. I am all over the shop at the moment. And I haven't got the wherewithal around me. Good memory. Gargle a bit of G Park. I haven't got the wherewithal within me to organise all that at the moment. But okay, the other thing I needed to say, I said it earlier, but there's a few more people here at the moment. That property in Rainham, Essex. Right, Rainham, Essex. Windy, you might be interested, although I know you want to go somewhere else. But so if anyone missed it, you know what, Little Bullet? I just looked at the clock. I haven't spoken about anything I wanted to talk about yet. I give myself a good bit of time today working out what to talk about, and it's all it doesn't matter, does it? That's why I got it. That's why I got it. That's exactly why, because I'm fed up with them just going and smashing me all over the place. A scrub, who I don't want to identify, has got a 3-bedroomed bungalow in Rainham in Essex. He says it's not very enriched. He says it's a nice area. He usually charges 1,350 or something. He's prepared to go down to a bag of sand. He's prepared to go down to 1,000 if it's a scrub. And if he doesn't rent it out to a scrub before, I think the end of February, but we can go through these details, he's going to probably sell up. But he would like to. He thought it would be worth mentioning it. So there you go. Think about it. If anyone is looking to move, or if anyone knows anyone wants to move, that sounds like quite a good deal, actually. 3-bedroom bungalow, detached, fully detached. It's a standalone job. Alan says, "Tell us a story." I can't do it like that, Alan, unless it comes to me, or when I get back to making normal videos. I mean, thanks for the donation, mate. I mean, one came out this morning about my brother when he was doing his interpretation job. Yeah, that's what it's like. Because out here, they bite you, you dead. Yeah, I unless I prepare one in advance and sort of think about one, I've got about 300 hours of them already out there. Hey Google, what's the temperature?
The temperature in Phnom Penh right now is 28 degrees.
28 degrees? What kind of winter is this? Good Lord. Jess used to earn £1,000 a month. Or you could move in and not eat or anything. Tell us a story about getting over, but never been dumped by a woman. I've never had that trouble. I've always had trouble getting shot of them. Hello, Robin. You're all right. Deadbeat Chess says it's freaking snow here in West Yorkshire. Good Lord. Well, thank you, Alan. I mean, I have got some stories I want to tell, but they're like 40, 50 minutes long, and I've got to do this yoga and I've got to work on my novel tonight. It's all very well being asked to do things, and why aren't you making standalone videos anymore? Why ain't that novel finished? Go on, do 2 streams a day. No, don't go. Stay for a bit longer. Can't do it all. And a day job sneaks in there as well. But nice. I appreciate it that you want them, Alan. And there are more coming. Don't forget, I've got 140,000 words of of stories, and believe me, it's rammed with them. There's stories within stories within stories, to the point where my editor's not happy with the architectonics of the damn thing. Moslab said the kids are all out sledding today. Quiet house. Well, all of them? Ain't one of them about 2 months old? Have you sellotaped it to the bottom of one? Hello? Is that the American police? That must be nice, though. So has all the snow calmed down now, Moslab? It's a little bit more of a pleasure as opposed to a pest. What? When, Lil Bullet, thank you. For when you spoke about your brother, for some reason I could not help but think of Sherlock and Minecraft Homes. I thought that myself when I was talking about it. Look, it's a weird one, me and my brother. I don't talk about him a lot because it's not fair. He did have a pop at me once because I did speak about him. And I spoke about him quite negatively. And that weren't fair because he's not here to defend himself. And it's just not fair, actually. We're not the best of friends, but you know, we talk, we get on. And when we were kids, he did used to crack me up, but we had a tricky old time, me and my brother. There's no chance of getting either of them on here. I wouldn't have my brother on anyway, and I would have my mother on, and I have tried, I even thought of getting her on here without telling her, but she would. Oh, good Lord. Me and my brother's relationship since we were children to the present day has been essentially about power. About power. But, you know, he's all right. We're not kids anymore. Hello, DBB. But I am damn excited that there's about 30 people up for a bit of stretching. I'll well do that video. Yeah, that's it, Gaffney. Same as that. That's what everyone always said about me and my brother. You know, he speaks 7 languages, was very good, went to a grammar school, done very well, but nothing like me. Lil Bullet, best thing I got for Christmas. Well, there you go, mate. That's what it's all about. Yeah, bloody lovely. I'd have been gutted if he'd have called me. Are you sure? But clearly you appreciated it, so that's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Noxie and Curie's got one older and one younger. The dynamics are crazy. Well, they will be, won't they? It's families. You know, the old saying, the reasons your family can press your buttons is because they installed them. No, and he wouldn't want to indulge in any of that. He's a harsh bastard, but I got to say, he has made me laugh and laugh. You'll read a little bit about him in the novel. He gets a mention in on the second page, and never again. Yeah, I agree, Grego. I agree. I mean, I've got other mates. I've got one mate, really, really good mate, and he's got 3 brothers, and he gets on with 2 of them, but none of them get on with the eldest one. And that's a bit of a weird little turnout, isn't it? The eldest one is usually the mature one, but in that setup, he's psychotic. Pagan's got 3 brothers. Lovely. Jess can't wait for some stretching. I'll tell you what, Jess, it'll be lovely. I was very happy that, you know, look, again, talking about proactivity, talking about looking after ourselves, talking about strengthening ourselves. You know, this is just as important as diet. And also, when you finish 30, 40 minutes stretching, you feel great. You feel great. You just think, hang on, I just did that. I could have sat and watched a movie. I could have sat there staring at YouTube for another hour. I could have sat around eating chocolate and drinking tea. But no, I turned off all that stuff. And I actually just put in some time opening up all those closed. Look, let me put this to you, right? Anyone who might be, I would ask, right? I would beg. Look at old Sarah. I would never have known you were the youngest, Sarah. No, would never have guessed. Your family, I like them a lot. I really like your daughter. That sounds awful. I have spoke about stretching crack before. There's a different kind of stretching and there will be some different cracking, but God, stretching crack, those are the days. Oof, awful. Let me just put this to you. I would beg you, if you see that stream come along and you've got nothing else going on, I beg you just to give it a go. You know, no one can see you. Because look, you know what it's like, right? You know what it's like when sometimes in the middle of the day, you just go like that and you put your hands together and you're like, oh, feels great, doesn't it? Feels great just to do that. You're like, oh, feels great. Well, I'm going to take you through that for about 30 minutes where every bit of your body you'll be going, oh. Harry, it'll be nice and slow. And like I said, it ain't going to be any scorpions or headstands or shoulder stands or any of that malarkey. It's going to be very simple, very easy. I'm not going to risk anyone getting hurt. I'm not going to have any court cases pending. You can all have to sign a digital document beforehand. But it's going to be nice and simple. And, you know, twists, a few forward bends. It'll be good. It'll be good. I was impressed with that. Gaffney's got tendonitis in his shoulders and elbow. Ouch. Yeah, you see, I've been lucky with all that sort of thing. What? Hang on a minute. At what point there did I just get lost in a 4D dimension where the opposite of reality happens? I'm not buying that. Who's got hold of Moslab's computer? What's going on here? Who hacked Moslab? I'm not going to be able to relax now. Thought of you at home doing that, of your missus going, what the hell are you up to? I'm impressed. All right. No laughing at me though. No sending me messages going, I can see your bum. Yeah, I'm quite impressed. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, it'd be good. It's not yoga. I don't want to pretend to be a yoga teacher. There you go. There you go. I like it. Well, if you can maintain that, I'll have to get this streaming pretty rapidly then before you go all crazy. 42 is going to do it on the regular and see where it takes me. If you can get to a class, if you can get to a yoga class, there's some absolute beautiful women at those yoga classes in London. I mean, if you can get to a yoga class, that will be wonderful. Priyata's going to give it a go. That'll be interesting. Oh, nice one. Well, you know, we'll have a bit of fun with it. We'll have a bit of fun. Hello, Aramas. There you go, Wolfie. I think we could all do with it. Good Lord, broken silence. What the hell is going down here? To John Francis, I had a punch up with a really old friend just before Christmas because I said I wouldn't be in a punk band that played in front of an Antifa flag. I think you've done imagine. Can you imagine? What? What's that? Although broken silence, you could set it up with a bit of lighter fluid, and just as you're about to go, in Minecraft, I'm suggesting something like that were to happen. Paul does a little routine every day. Yeah, nice. I used to, but I haven't got the time for that every day. But I am doing one after this stream. I'm going to do an hour. I promise myself. It's just we're going to call it a bit of stretching. Griff's up for Dangerfield's 20 stretch. Count me in twice a week. Nice one, Richard. Thought of you at your little pad down there doing that. This could really backfire. Oh, Jess is having some chocolate milk. You know what? I might, as a gift to myself after my yoga, I might have to get on the old Ovaltine. Lil Bullet would have punched him too in Minecraft, of course. Hello, No Cat Popeye. Funny, isn't it? I made a video about 2 years ago about how perhaps we should consider talking in code. And I meant it, you know, it wasn't a joke. It was like, we might need to start thinking about slang. And although we're joking, that Minecraft thing might actually keep us out of trouble. And then there's a load of other things. You know, how often do you hear on a video from the right and talk about enrichment? It's frequent, isn't it? And joggers, obviously. Let me show you something that was shared with me today. I've just got to see if I can watch it without doxing the sharer. Hang on. Yes, I can. This was sent to me today. This is gross. Now, because I can't play the audio, this is really cringeatronic. Now, I'm all right with Christians. I'm all right with Christianity. I think we should still be within that world. You know, losing religion has devastated Europe. Absolutely devastated it. But what I can't be doing with is progressive Christians. You know, they want their cake and they want to eat it. And I'm sorry, you don't get to do that. But I'm going to show you this little video. This is a TikTok video, right? And it's called Progressive Christian. I mean, it's already a nightmare, progressive Christian beliefs. And the geezer that does it is called Real Pastor Sean, right? Get ready to get your cringeatron out, because this is going to hurt. Yes, it's really dark. Well, apparently there was a bit of sausage this morning, so I was told. Jared's already on it. This is gross. Right, hang on. But the audio is going to have to go through my microphone, so it might sound a little bit. It's not going to be the best audio, but it's, you know, we've done it before and it seems to work a little bit. Oh, how strange. Right, I think that works. Hang on. Oh, there you go. Right, so it's going to just go through the microphone. I can't make it any bigger, I'm afraid, but so you might have to look a bit close. Prepare to be horrified. Okay. Oh, there is no audio. There isn't any audio, apparently. I don't remember there being any, actually. All right, let's start again. Ready? Look at this absolute twit. What kind of promoting Christian video would sort of... What? Did you see the end of it? Did you see that? At the end, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. Black Lives Matter. Oh, that's very kind of you. What a palaver. What an absolute fool. It's Not nice, is it? There you go, Tony. Ben Mack said, I've just this second become a Satanist. Young nosy bonk is the comment of the day. Alan just is outright angry. It's a very, very weird thing, isn't it? Progressives are gross. I mean, why? Just the concept. Just the concept of moving forward. Let's just move forward. These people do not pretend that they want anything but this mythology. Progress is a contemporary mythology. What even is it? It's got such a bland linear understanding of time. We're progressive. We want to change everything, but we've got things that work. Why change something that works? Because the things that work have been tried and tested. These have been hard won through centuries and centuries. Wars have been fought. People have died. People have died to defend ways of living. People have died to defend laws. So why just keep changing it? It's got nothing. It's got nothing in its base strategy to defend itself with. No, we just want progress. Well, I think it's mad. I think that's insanity. That's like schizophrenia. That's just ignore the facts that things are already working. And I have to say, and I know this doesn't go down too well, this is enlightenment for me. This is the problem with the Enlightenment. It wasn't the only issue I'm not saying the Enlightenment was only bad, but this whole idea of science and progress kind of give it a nudge, really. There you go, Rusky Tube. There you go. Progress without destination is I'd add to that. Progress without destination. There's no sense that we should allow this to happen. We should change this so that this occurs. No, there's none of that. You don't hear any of that. It's just this needs to be changed. This has been going on for years. Why? I mean, in a sane world, wouldn't the fact that it's been going on for hundreds of years actually prove its worth? Why don't we let so and so? We've been doing it like that for centuries. Exactly. Such a terrible shame. And how heartbreaking is it? How heartbreaking is it that someone said it here earlier that what a bizarre sort of clown world we're in when the state hates nationalists. That's not a state, that's a Politburo. I don't know. The old car. Hey, you told me you can't do it, and now you've done it. Hey. 1 second, Leon. Progressing down the toilet U-bend. There you go. But it's progress. It's still moving, isn't it? Exactly. What you have been saying is basically the philosophy of my mentor, John Gray, the great critic of progress. Oh, nice one. I'll make a note of that name. I'm sure I wrote something else down as well. John Gray. All right, nice one. I'll have a look at it. Well, it's a farce, isn't it? It's a con. It's a con. It's a con. It's a carrot. Nice one, Leon. Thanks for that donation. Knox in Curie says, those people's ancestors, I assume you're talking about the ancestors of progressives, white liberals essentially, must look down on them and think, we gave them this and they just pissed it away. Yeah, they gave it away. They gave it to the people that didn't deserve it. They gave it to people who hate us. And once they've got half of it, we'll take the rest. Don't worry about that. John adds to it. We have tiptoed into an anti-white dystopian dictatorship. It certainly feels like that. I'm confident we'll be all right. Don't forget we were a minority when we invented modern civilization, medicine, and architecture. When we sailed ships built by the hands of men all around the world. Tony says, can you imagine the Rev? He's talking about the Reverend from the TikTok video, I imagine, landing on Omaha Beach and doing all those ingratiating twerks in the hope that the flying lead would give him a free pass. The problem is, Tony, yes, I can imagine him doing that because they're not too bright and they've got faith in the modern mythology of progress. Speaking of mythology, I'm really looking forward to the stream I do with Semiagog. It's going to be awesome. Good call, Deadbeat Chess. I see what you've done there. Nice one. Hello, Chona. You all right, Chones? Damn right. Look what we done. Look what we made. Look how the other 92% flock to our nations, our racist nations. Look how they all want to come to our horrible racist nations. Funny, isn't it? Funny, these awful places. I mean, you can go. If it's that bad here, you can go. Oh, you don't want to? Is it that bad? Or are you absolutely back to our guilty minority? ZG says the progressive is a genetic mutation. I don't know enough about genes to suggest that, but it certainly damages the in-group. And that's got to be a mutation of some sort. Priata says Semiagog is like Rollins bred with a wood elf. He has a peculiar style, Priata, but you know, I'm not going to comment too much on someone else's appearance. Hang on, is he off? Is the old boy off? He's going to get his yoga practice in. It has been rather a relaxing stream, Moslab. And, mate, I can't imagine you've had too much time to rest over the last week. So you go and have a lovely nap. You have a lovely time and we'll talk soon. Thanks for coming, mate. Take care. I can't believe it when he said he's going to have a go at this stretching. I don't know where that came from at all. Maybe his missus has got hold of one of his weapons and went, you will join in. You will do this. Take it easy, Moslab. IR says, progressives are middle-class managers who feel the need to change things to justify their existence. Well, you know, there's not even a lot of them. And you've got to give them that. They've managed to use... I mean, they've been manipulated by Marxists, haven't they? They're the useful idiots of the Marxists, and the Marxists have made great use of them. They've, without a doubt, used them against their own people, which is historically incredible. Lil Bullet, hang on a minute. I feel like Lil Bullet and Alan Taylor are keeping these streams alive lately on the old donations, which is lovely of Lil Bullet and Alan, but it hurts me a little bit. Mr. Bullitt said, as much as some would try to avoid it, you cannot escape the fact that Christianity built Europe. It's tragic that Europe have abandoned their faith. Yeah, it's a disaster. It's been a disaster for us. And it's no surprise that we end up being largely replaced by people who are very, very, very religious. You know, something keeps them together. Bassett says, I quite liked Semiagog and Academic Agent the other night, but his take on Taoism, or Taoism as it's pronounced, was a little off in my view. Well, Bertie, you can't get everything right. You know, you've got to remember as a content creator, if you're making videos here, there and everywhere, you're not going to get everything right. Sensum Communum drops a lady into entropy. Hello, mate. Good to see you. He says this. Hello, Chris. Salutations to the scrubs. When is the Semiagog stream going to happen? I've seen a lot of Semiagog's guest streams recently, and I find his take on semiotics and modernity illuminating. Well, nice one for the donation and nice one for the question. We've arranged to do it in January. You know, let's get all this. It's a bit hard to organise things around New Year and Christmas. I imagine, you know, 3rd or 4th week in January. Don't know if it's going to be on my channel. Don't know if it's going to be on his, but whoever it is, we'll probably do the other, you know, a few months down the line, because it kind of helps both of us then. Might get some new subs off the other one. And it's going to be, if I get my way, it's going to be about semiology and grammatology. You know, semiotics being the science of the sign, being a signifier and a signified, and grammatology taking that down to an even smaller linguistic unit, the gram. But we'll definitely be talking mythology as well. If you want to do a bit of background reading on that, so you have an idea what's going on, you might want to look at Ferdinand de Sassier's General Course in Linguistics, which is quite a simple book to read. And also Roland Barthes, Barthes, a book called Mythologies. Have you ever had your heart broken, Chris? Yeah. Yes, I have. I broke it myself twice. Yep. Jared says his point about the importance of language and its manipulation by the left got me. Well, yeah, and this is what semiotics looks at, you know, and they're all over it. They're all over it. The left are all over that. You know, that's what political correctness is. Political correctness controls language. That's what we get shut down for. You can't say that. You can't say that. Those words you can't use. This, that. Shocking, isn't it? ZG says latest Dutton vid implies late-age childbirth creates a mutant offspring. Interesting proposition and made a lot of sense. Bad eggs, bad sperm. Good Lord. Well, I hope my sperm isn't too bad. And I like to think in my occasionally childlike way of understanding the world that my old sperm and her young eggs will sort of like, you know, work out nice. That's how it works, isn't it? Don't answer that. Thank you, ZG. Manny Moo wants to know how long wine lasts after opening and being kept in the fridge. Don't know, John. I mean, you're only talking about white and sparkling, aren't you? And I don't drink either, so I don't know. If anyone knows, if anyone's got some IR says eggs go off quickly. Oh, you're not talking about being kept in the fridge, are you? That's how it works according to Aristotle. Friends, there are no friends. Sean says cheap wine whenever. Liam says about an hour in my place. Jess, what, mine? Steady. Hello, Moultrie artist. How are you, my dear? 215 on YouTube, 5 on the old Twitcheroony. Hello, Wriggle. Wriggle says that political correctness isn't about controlling speech, it's about controlling thought. However, Wriggle, you got to remember that language represents thought as thought represents itself. We've covered this. There's no middleman, is there? Try and think of something. It will be language. And so by controlling language, you control thought. But you make a good point, because it doesn't seem so threatening, doesn't seem so dangerous when the authorities say, you've got to say person of colour. You can't say this. Because it's like, oh, these words, they offend, they upset. But what they're actually taking out of our culture, what they're actually taking out of our communities are thoughts. But that would terrify people. So what they do is just say, nah, we're just stopping you from offending people. We're just stopping you from hurting people. And what they're actually doing is stopping us from thinking about certain things. Illuminatus says, did he just show us his arse? You know, there's a thing where you can fantasize. It's like a mirage. It's like, are you in the desert of the real, Illuminatus? Liam, for reasons I don't know, says an arsage. Oh, like a contraction of arse and mirage. You stood up and turned round. I stood up and turned. Not round. Not round. Ragnar points out that offence is not given, it's taken. Yep, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. 7 dislikes. Get in there. The Christmas Day stream had about 34 dislikes. Imagine being at home on your own at Christmas and not liking me that much to come over and go, But we had a laugh, didn't we? We had a laugh. Knock, knock, we want Enoch. Thoughts on gayness. Do you agree we should ban it, or at least ban it from the media? No, I've covered this in full and got Mark Collette on to back up my point. I don't care about gayness. It doesn't affect me. There's always been gays. Now, what I don't support is the LGBT lobby. But the gays and the LGBT lobby are miles apart. That's like your target being white liberals and saying, well, should we ban whites? You know, they're not connected. They're not connected. And the problem is, if you start talking about peculiar things like banning gayness, you know, that's going to be all the gays, then all their friends, then all their family, then all their friends' friends. And you're going to be losing so many people from a movement that needs numbers. Bertie says, shouldn't be promoted in schools. Yeah, but no sex should be promoted in schools. They shouldn't be promoting heterosexual blowjobs in schools. You know, this stuff is for kids to work out on their own as they become teenagers. I'm not interested in talking about gays. I mean, we've been over this so many times. It just seems like it just doesn't do anything. Moultrie artist has decided to have a conversation on her own, and she said, "Watch the film bio of Motley Crue on Netflix. Awesome." Is Nikki Sixx in Motley Crue? Is Nikki Sixx in Motley Crue? Because I read his book called The Heroin Diaries, and I was actually quite impressed. Don Larchfield says, "What about super gays?" No, they're the best. They're the ones that we definitely need to keep. He is he? Is that's him? Yeah, I was quite impressed with his book. Out of all the I'm using loads of drugs, it was actually pretty good. He actually had a very interesting take on his using. Rigby says, "Has Woes been forgiven, Chris? I watched a stream with yourself and him." Well, I haven't forgiven him because what for? What am I forgiving him for? I don't know. It's like asking me to forgive you. Knock, knock, we want E now. I think we should make it very clear that being gay is disgusting. I think this is a more of a personal problem than a social one, Mr. Knock Knock. I mean, there's more straight porn on the internet having anal sex. I mean, why is it disgusting? I don't know. It doesn't enter my life. I don't see it. I'm not sure. Just crack on. Horus and Woes were brilliant. Yeah, it's we talked about it this morning. He got kicked out of PA for flirting. I'm not a member of PA. I don't know. I don't think that is what happened. I think it was a very difficult situation, and PA has to protect itself at all costs. Did they handle it correctly? I don't know. I haven't really got a comment on it because I don't have to make those decisions, thankfully. Thanks, Gaffney. Thanks a lot. Have I been keeping you? I didn't know I've been annoying you for so much. Larchfield says, "Heroin stops your cough reflex. Would it not cure the Rona?" I don't know. LC350's got a big fat fillet for tea. There you go. Wriggle says the percent of people interested in talking about gayness is even lower than the number of actual gay people. Yeah, I don't know. It seems a bit. I don't know what you can do with it, where it goes. Cameron McDade says, "Yes, there's more that happened." Well, you know about that. Make a video about it if you want, but you're asking the wrong person. Dirk reckons that heavy metal documentaries are the best. You know, the best documentaries, the ones where you think you're not going to give a toss about them and you're actually glued to them. The geese in the bear suits fighting the bears, Grizzly Project, King of Kong is also just amazing. Deep Blue, or I think it's called something like that, about the chess player and the IBM computer. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Did you... I shared the link on my Telegram and I said, Woes is live at the moment talking to Gandalf. I thought it was very interesting, though. I thought it was an interesting chat. See you later, Charlie. Take care. Right, people, we've done an hour and 20 minutes. I'm 20 minutes into my yoga. I'm 20 minutes into my yoga. I would absolutely agree with you, Oliver. Yep, but that is not a gay issue, is it? That is a progressive issue. All right, people, it's been an absolute pleasure. I will definitely do that advanced stretching. This is stream, and it'll be an absolute pleasure. I can't believe how many people said they're into it. That's going to be excellent. It'll be good for us as well. And I reckon when we finished, you'll all be thinking, that's brilliant. Now get me an ambulance. I will catch up with you lot in the morning at the crack of dawn. Shush. Shush. Yeah, you know what? I noticed that. I noticed that when I just dropped that in. All right, people, I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully it won't be so late, but if I am working all night again, which I will be, it might be a little bit later than usual. It's been an absolute pleasure. I didn't get to talk about anything I wanted to. I might do an AMA, near a Christmas Day, because this was kind of getting that way towards the end. Like I said, it's been a pleasure. And I look forward to the one in the morning. Take care. Look after yourselves. I said I'll see you in the morning. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Oh, bollocks. I forgot to click the audio. Okay. Lovely. Ta-da.
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know the joy of loving.
Just stop a minute. Mrs. Me in it dropped us a Lady Godiva, and she said, "Are you on New Year's Eve? I'd rather see in the new year of all the scrubs. We're not allowed out. Raise a glass or something and listen to Big Ben." Problem is, Mrs. Me in it, I am allowed out, and so is my missus. And I don't look forward to the conversation with her when I say, yeah, can we not go out or anything, and maybe I do a stream? It really depends. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see what she wants to do. And then if she doesn't want to go out, but even so, midnight your time is 7 a.m. for me. And if I do go out on New Year's Eve, I won't be getting up at 7 a.m. But I might try and do something around those 2 days, like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Okay, as you were.
Is to live in the world of man. There's someone who's waiting for you. Soon the world will be yours for a time. Music starts to play, night will turn to day. Darkness disappears when the one you love is near. You're in man. All the world loves the lovers, all the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of man. There's a place that is waiting for you, a world where the best in life is free, where time is always spring, happiness is king. The dreams you dream come true when the one you love loves you. You're in man.
Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, people. Think about me breaking my bloody back for the next hour and a half. Good Lord, why have I promised myself this? Because it's good for me, and I like to be good for me. Ta-da!
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of mankind.
Go on, go and play down your own end.